Okay, this is Sequences and Series Level 2E Notes Applications. With applications, of course, it's our favorite word problems. I'm going to show you all how to set up a formula for each of these 4 word problems, but if you feel like you could do it a different way and not set up a formula, that is totally fine as well. So let's read the first problem. Bricks are stacked in a pile with 42 bricks on the bottom row, 9 bricks on the top row. So when I look at this, I'm thinking, okay, my bottom row is my starting value. That's my A1. So A1 equals 42. Each row has 3 fewer bricks than the row below it. So what that means is we are going to start with that bottom row, and we're going to be subtracting 3 each time. So my D value is equal to -3. We want a formula to represent the bricks on each row, and we want to determine the bricks on the 7th row. So for the formula, we need to simplify this. This is arithmetic. So A sub n equals A1, which is 42, plus n minus 1 times D. Now we saw in the 2D video that we're going to simplify this. We're going to distribute this -3. Okay, so A sub n, and I'm going to go ahead and jump a step and simplify, would equal -3n. Okay, -3 times n is -3n. Then we're going to have 42 plus 3, which makes 45. So here's my formula. Now the question asks for the 7th row. So in order to find the 7th row, I'm going to plug in 7 for n. So A sub 7 would equal -3 times 7 plus 45. Okay, so that would be -21 plus 45, which gives me 24. So A sub 7 equals 24. And that is our answer. That's how many bricks will be in the 24th row. Okay, next problem. The company is offering a job with a salary of $48,000 for the first year. So right now I look right away and I see A1 equals $48,000. Then you're going to get a raise of 2% each year after that. Okay, so that word of, remember, that means multiply. So if I'm multiplying, this is geometric. Okay, so my R value, this R value is going to be a little different. If we're raising 2% each year, think about it. You want the 100%, you want your full salary plus another 2%. Okay, so our R value is 102%. However, we're not going to write it as a percent. We need to write it as a decimal. So R is 1.02. Okay, because we want our initial salary plus an additional 2, we have to take that 100% and add 2%. Okay, so we need to write a formula to represent the salary after each year and then determine the salary after 30 years. So let's write our formula. A sub n equals A1, which is 48,000, raised to the R power, so 1.02, all raised to the n minus 1. Okay, so now we're looking for the 30th year, so that means we're finding A sub 30, so that's going to be 48,000, parentheses 1.02 to the 30 minus 1 power. So really, I'm taking that 1.02 and I'm raising it to the 29th power, and I'm going to times that by my $48,000. Okay, now remember, we're talking about money, so with money, we want to round to 2 decimal places. So this is going to be $85,240, put our dollar sign. And the decimal is 0.545, so I'm going to round to 0.55 because we're talking about money. So after 30 years, that's how much they will make if they get 2% each year. Okay. Next question. Jackson bought a brand new car for $38,000. If the car depreciates in a value by 20% each year, what will the car be worth in 8 years? When I look at this, we know A1 is 38,000. Okay, because it's depreciated in value by 20% each year, okay, that's multiplication. So what's happening is R is going to be that 100%, think 100% minus 20%. Okay, that gives me 80%. But just like the last problem, we're not going to raise the percent. We need to raise a decimal. So that's going to be represented by 0.80. So when I set up my equation, A sub n equals 38,000, parentheses 0.80 to the n minus 1 power. So now what is this problem asking us to find? Well, we want after 8 years, so we want A sub 8. That equals 38,000, parentheses 0.80 to the 8 minus 1 power. So order of operations, you need to do 0.80 really to the 7th power, then times that by 38,000. Okay, and our new value of our car is after 8 years, it's going to be worth $7,969.18 when I round up. Okay, so notice it did go down in value because we are depreciated. Okay, one more word problem here. So Karen's New Year's resolution is to work out each day on her elliptical. The number of calories that she has burned each day since she started is shown below. So now we have the sequence. We want to find the number of calories she's going to burn on the 30th day. So to me, this looks like I'm multiplying by something. So I'm going to take 357 and subtract 349. Okay, I get 8. Then I'm going to do 373 minus 357. I get 16. This is interesting. So then I get 381 minus 373, and I get 8. Okay, so we need to figure out what our value is here. So I'm realizing here that I forgot a number in the sequence. So in between 357 and 373 should be 365. So if you will add that in for me, that would be awesome. This way, now we're increasing by 8 each time. So our A1 value is 349. Okay, our D value, we're increasing by 8 each time, so we're adding 8. So now I'm going to write my formula. So A sub n is going to equal 349 plus n minus 1 times 8. And again, we're going to write it fully simplified. We are not going to leave it. Okay, so A sub n would equal 8n. And then I'm going to have 349 minus 8, which is 341. Okay, so this is my formula. Now, what I want to know is I want to know after 30 days. So if I'm finding A sub 30, what I'm going to do is plug in 30 for n. So 8 times 30 plus 341. So 8 times 30 is 240 plus 341. That gives me 581. So A sub 30 equals 581. So after the 30th day, she's already burning 581 calories. Okay, that completes the video for Level 2 E Notes application.